Yeah, it's time once again to celebrate on People and Event today. We are celebrating individuals who have contributed to the growth of their immediate environment and have been honored with chieftaincy titles. We shall also celebrate the coming together of two lovebirds, retirement from active service, birthday celebration, and celebration of a life well spent will form part of today's show. Join us again. The Chamber of Lagos State House of Assembly was temporarily moved to Abeokuta as members were led by the Speaker, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, to Ake Palace in honor of their own Honorable Abdusabur Olawale as he bagged the title of Seriki Bobagunwa and his wife Erelu Seriki Bobagunwa of Egbaland. A colorful event it was. Ogtv's People and Events crew was there. Enjoy the package.
Elegant, suave, and blessed with many accomplishments, the greatness of sons and daughters of Egbaland and how they continue to break the bounds of achievements wherever they are found have over the years set the ancient community on a high hill of preeminence and greatness. 16 years after mounting the throne as the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, Oba Adedotun Aremu Gbadebo has decided to honor some illustrious sons and daughters of the land who have represented the community well by excelling and breaking the bounds in the fields of politics, education, business, manufacturing, security, and contributed to the progress and development of Egbaland. Honorable Abdusabur Olayiwola Olawale, popularly known as Omititi, representing Mushin 2 State Constituency at the Lagos State House of Assembly, is one of the great sons of Egbaland who has not only done so much to justify the confidence reposed in him by the people in voting him in to represent them at the assembly, but has also contributed to the development of Egbaland. His installation as Seriki Bobagunwa and his wife as Erelu Seriki Bobagunwa of Egbaland by the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland could be described as a payback time for his numerous contributions and living up to the expectations as a true son of Egbaland. The installation ceremony was witnessed by members of the Lagos State House of Assembly, led by the Speaker, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, Chief of Staff to the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Tayo Makinde, members of the All Progressives Congress from Lagos State, and other dignitaries who came to celebrate with the new Seriki Bobagunwa and his wife. The train then moved to Providence Event Center, where the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly served as the chairman of the colorful reception party. Other dignitaries who gathered to celebrate the Egba chief expressed belief in his ability to carry out the responsibility of the title.
About 16 years ago, myself and himself served Alake when he was doing the coronation. And he's getting the reward.
He's a very generous person, so I'm not surprised, and he deserves to be given such recognition.
The new Seriki Bobagunwa and Yeye Seriki Bobagunwa of Egbaland promised to continue to support the monarch for the progress and development of the land.
It's what I've been looking forward to have. I say this because for over 25 years, I've been with the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland. And Baba has taken me as one of his children.
I'm glad that they could even remember that, Honorable and his wife, you are one to be given this chieftaincy title. To God be the glory.
The popular Fuji musician Adewale Ayuba spiced up the occasion.
The man who is saddled with the task of ensuring road safety in Ogun State, Abeokuta Olasheni Oguyemi, and his wife, Mufuliat Moronke Oguyemi, have been conferred with titles of Seriki Sagwa and Erelu Seriki Sagwa of Egba by the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, Oba Adedotun Aremu Gbadebo. This was part of the activities marking the 16th coronation anniversary of the throne of his forefathers. The conferment of Egba chieftaincy titles on the trace commander and others took place at the Ake Palace, Abeokuta. Congratulations to the trace commander and others. Enjoy the package.
It was the first day of the coronation anniversary of His Royal Majesty Oba Michael Adedotun Aremu Gbadebo, Okukeno IV, Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, and some distinguished Egba sons and daughters were being honored with conferment of Egba chieftaincy titles. One of them is Alhaji Abdul Fatai Olasheni Oguyemi and his wife, who were conferred with the title Seriki Sagwa Egba and Erelu Seriki Sagwa Egba. The two new chiefs unveiled before the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland to go through the chieftaincy rights as the same had been administered on those before them. Seated here were royal fathers from Egbaland, traditional title chiefs, market women and leaders, immediate family of the new chief, and those who have come to share in the joy. Here come the new chief of Egbaland, Seriki Sagwa and Erelu Seriki Sagwa, after receiving the staff of office. From the palace, guests were moved to the compound of Abeokuta Club, where they will be entertained. It was a moment of scorecard for the commander, Sheni Oguyemi, as people described the title as a well-deserved one, as Chief Oguyemi has paid his dues.
Honor to whom honor is due. Prince Sheni Oguyemi is an important member of the government of Ogun State. First, I want to congratulate him on the award of his title. He's worthy, and he has been our ambassador for a very long time. It's an acknowledgement per se that he's been good. He's been good in whatever he does. So I pray for him that may he continue to be honored.
Others wished him well in his new position in the Committee of Chiefs in Egbaland.
Listen. Nice. I am proud that he has taken over and he has been doing wonderfully well.
We wish him well. We hope that he will be able to contribute positively.
From Erelu Seriki Sagwa of Egbaland, Alhaja Mufuliat Moronke Oguyemi thanked God for the grace. To the husband and Seriki Sagwa of Egbaland, Chief Abdul Fatai Sheni Oguyemi, he appreciated the royal father and others who have come to show him love.
Because I really believe that the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland can look at me and say, oh, you should come and become a chief, get a chieftaincy statue that belongs to the Ologuns of Egba and the Seriku Sagwa of Egbaland. Mindfully well that I'm the great commander of Ogun State. It is an honor for me, because of the job I am doing, to serve my people in Ogun State. That's why Alake of Egba, the paramount ruler of Egbaland, said, yes, you are from the military, paramilitary circle. You deserve to become one of the Ologuns of Egba.
Chief Sheni Oguyemi is the commander of the Traffic Compliance Enforcement Agency, TRACE, in Ogun State.
second conferment of chieftaincy titles, this time around on a communication expert and a teacher, Dr. Shola Adeosun, who has been honored with the title of Baroyi of Imashai at the coronation anniversary of Oba Lukman Koye, the new Olu of Imashai. The event, which happened at the Oluasho High School playground in Imashai, hosted dignitaries from all walks of life.
Imashai community in Yewanok local government area of Ogun State was set agog on Saturday, 13th November 2021. As a communication expert and teacher, Dr. Shola Adeosun and other top personalities were honored with chieftaincy titles by the Olu of Imashai, Oba Lukman Koye. Adeosun, who is the head of broadcast unit, Department of Mass Communication at the Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, Abeokuta, bagged the title of Baroyi. The occasion was the official coronation ceremony of the new Olu of Imashai, Oba Lukman Koye, and conferment of chieftaincy titles on prominent indigenes and other personalities. This attracted top politicians, Yewa monarchs, and other stakeholders across the state and beyond. The Deputy Governor, Engineer Noimot Salako Yidili, the House of Representatives member representing Egbado North Imekwafo constituency, Chima Olaifa, former gubernatorial candidate, Boyega Nasir Isiaka, and a three-time House of Representatives member, Isiak Akinladi, were also in attendance. Besides, Mapoli mass communication scholars, Dr. Goke Raouf, Dr. Tejo Showasiu, Mr. Lekon Ketokun, and Mr. Adejari Tahid Adefolakon were on ground to support one of their own.
I know that he qualifies and is eminently qualified for the position that has been given in the Imashai. The newly installed Baroyi, Dr. Chief Shola Adeosun, is an enigma in the pen profession.
That my brother is being honored, and we thank God for it.
He's my blood brother, and I am proud of him as he's a good ambassador of our family. I am proud to be a sister to the Baroyi of Imashai. We thank God and the people of Imashai for the honor.
Also, one of his colleagues, town planner Rotarian Olukunle Olubumi Adeleye, was honored as Majeo Baje of Imashai Kingdom.
I feel excited and I'm very, very happy because I was shooting out of many.
He is somebody who is interested in the development of mankind.
Adeosun applauded the Olu of Imashai for the honor, describing it as a challenge which he could not afford to fail.
So I didn't know how this title came about. I was shocked in the first place that out of many, how did I deserve it? But at times, you cannot really say this is what you want. It's people that will judge. And so I give glory to all media organizations, both the print and the broadcast media in Ogun State and Nigeria at large. They are the foundation of this success we are celebrating.
Very happy. I'm so happy today. It's by the help of my husband that this one happened. Remember vividly when we got married newly, where my husband was NTA Aba, and they came as people came today to cover the occasion. And I'm believing that the next one that will happen will be greater than this.
On the importance of the title, Adeosun said communication is very vital to socio-economic and political developments.
After 35 years of meritorious service and rising to the peak of our career as the Principal General of the Central Division, Alhaja Sekinat Omolola Ogunwolu has bowed out of the state teaching service. To appreciate Almighty Allah, she was joined by her people to give thanks at a Jumat service. Happy retirement to Alhaja Sekinat Ogunwolu. Enjoy the package.
Kick-starting her teaching service career 35 years ago as a classroom teacher and progressing with great dedication and commitment lead to the Alhaja Sekinat Omolola Ogunwolu from Bagura area of Abeokuta know that Allah would guide her to the peak of her career as the Principal General of Ogun Central Division, which she held for 14 months. For this reason, she has come to say thank you to Allah as she observed her final Friday Jumat before her exit from the service at the Bagura Central Mosque.
She has come to say, Allah, I thank you. Whatever has a beginning must have an end. For her to have come to the mosque before the D-Day, it speaks volume.
She was joined by husband, children, and dignitaries for the Jumat service.
Everything you do, you start with Bismillah. And when you are finishing, you finish with Alhamdulillah.
In the education industry in Ogun State, she has given her best to the service of humanity. She has given her best to the service, to the teaching service of Ogun State.
Alaja Sekinat Ogunwolu and her husband said they have every reason to say thank you to Allah.
I recognize the fact that Allah created me a woman, created me a child, made me to go through the process of education with full support. And eventually I became a woman. I got a job. I started from day one up to this moment.
It is not common to see somebody to serve the state, the nation for 35 years without any blemish and having attained the peak of her career and to retire.
A Teacher Recognition Award is one of the initiatives of the retiring Principal General to develop the education sector and encourage excellence by recognizing and rewarding outstanding teachers across the division. Alaja Sekinat Ogunwolu has decided to use it to sign out of the profession.
I never knew God has something wonderful locked in the corner for me. So I thank God for making it possible not only to reach the pinnacle of my career, He also lifted me up to reach the crescendo.
Special Advisor to Ogun State Governor on Primary and Secondary Education, Mrs. Ronke Shuyombo, while giving a lecture on the topic Professionalism of Education, a veritable tool of academic excellence, concluded on the need for a revamp and reform of the profession, while Chairman of Teaching Service Commission in Ogun State, Evangelist Olamilekan Ifede, praised the idea behind the program.
This is actually going to encourage all our teachers that they have very, very good prospect in becoming Principal General. You will see that with Governor Dapo Abiodun, he has allowed teachers to reach the pinnacle of their careers.
We are looking at the conditions, we are looking at the various situations, we are looking at what we are facing as a teacher. We work.
High point of the occasion was a presentation of awards in different categories to the teachers and best principal in the division.
He is one of the greatest fans of Abiola Football Club, Abeokuta, and he has also joined the septuagenarian club. Olayinka Oladeinde is now 70-year-old. He's a theater practitioner and also a retired staff of the Ogun State Television, Abeokuta. Happy birthday to all babes, as is fondly called.
Such was the mood of the celebrant, Olayinka Oladeinde, all babes, at the Thanksgiving service held on his 70th birthday anniversary, a theater practitioner and jingle artist in his active days. Bobonishe, as his fondly called, was overwhelmed for the uncommon favor he enjoyed as he joined septuagenarians. With a heart filled with happiness and gratitude, Mr. Olayinka Oladeinde celebrates with the rest of October celebrants in his church at the Redeemed Christ Witness Church, Abeokuta, for a Thanksgiving service. The preacher, Pastor Peter Omona Yajo, in his sermon, enjoined believers to embrace the act of thanksgiving and believe that with God, all things are possible. For their special Thanksgiving, October celebrants dance their hearts out to God. The celebrant expresses his happiness on the journey so far.
I give God all the glory for keeping me alive.
Family and church members describe the celebrant as a God-fearing man who is always happy for everyone.
Nice to everyone.
Baba is one of the good elder in the church. Also, is very, very liberal, very loyal and committed to the activities in the church.
Baba is a father to all. He's very nice. He's generous. He sees everyone as his children.
Many happy returns, Mr. Olayinka Oladenide.
The final burial of Alhaji Abdulrazak Kukoyi, which was held in Ijebu-Ode, will wrap up today's package.
It takes courage and fortitude to turn a page when it is evident that someone dear and precious won't be in the next chapter. Bearing this fortitude, our family members, friends, and close associates of the late Alhaji Abdulrazak Ayodele Kukoyi, whose final burial ceremony was held at the Conference Hotel Ijebu-Ode, attended by dignitaries across Ogun State and beyond, kickstarting with the 8-day Fidal prayers. Muslim clerics prayed for the repose of the soul of the deceased. The preacher, Alhaji Abdulhamid Lukman, enjoined everyone to work towards making heaven.
Before the deceased died, he has done many good deeds, and that is why everyone is here today. So every one of us should also emulate his good deeds.
Guests were then entertained. Children, family members, and associates described Alhaji Abdulrazak Ayodele Kukoyi as loving and caring.
Fantastic man, very humble in character, very principled in mind, and a very caring, loving father to his children. We keep on praying that God should lead him to Al-Jannah, and at the same time to make sure that the family continues to stand straight and continues to live his legacy too.
He's a gentleman to the core. We're going to really miss him. When I say gentleman, you should know him. He's a very gentleman to the core, both young and old. He's respectful for everybody. I pray to God to be with us, to hold us, because that is the bond that used to hold the family that just left. You know, so I pray that his wishes will come true.
Best man ever, very caring, very devoted to his kids, very attached to his kids. The most caring father anyone could actually ask of.
He was a committed Muslim, and the children, they are all fine children. And I pray fervently that may his soul rest in peace, and the family to have the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss.
They should look at the life of Papa and take it as an example, the way they should live. They should look at how everybody was happy and give him a beautiful burial. Because what you do in life, live after you.
Although Alhaji Abdulrazak Ayodele Kukoyi may have gone to the great beyond, the memories of him will linger forever in the minds of his loved ones.